These are the results from my first Etsy shop, and as you can tell from the title of this video, I'm now starting my second Etsy shop, which is what I'm going to be talking about in this video, and I'm very, very excited to share what I'm going to be doing differently. I started my first Etsy shop in October 2022. This was my Etsy shop selling Canva templates, and this is the shop where like in all my update videos, that is the shop I'm talking about. It's almost been 2 years. It's been doing okay. There are spikes in January because that's when people have New Year's resolutions and when people want to start businesses. So why am I starting the second one? This is not a full-time income. It is a good-ish side income. And now that I have way more experience with Etsy, I feel like it is time to start a second shop. I still am kind of working on this first shop, sort of, and it's doing okay. Like every month the revenue is about $300, and I still have somebody helping me with the Canva designs. Yeah, I just think that it is time to start a new one, and I have this whole like 2 years of experience, and I think I want to try something new. So what is the second shop about? I am gonna be selling wall art. Okay. And let me tell you how I got there. So I did a whole lot of market research, and I was debating between two things. Mainly, I was debating between wall art and coloring books, and more specifically like adult coloring books. And because like AI is such a big thing, I really wanted to see if I could use AI. I've used Midjourney for a while to just make random things and like mock-up photos for my first Etsy shop. So I thought, yeah, I think I want to do something where it's like easier to make the product. I did a lot of brainstorming and I came up with two things. So what I'm going to do is wall art in a very, very, very specific niche. Because honestly, wall art is just super duper saturated, and in the past people would ask me, hey, do you think wall art is good? And my response would always be, it is saturated, but if you can find a good niche in the wall art niche, then yeah, I think there is still opportunity. So how did I figure out my niche? I was honestly considering so many different niches. One of the tools that I used, and I've talked about this before in some of my other videos, one of the tools I used is Everbee. I want to show you how I use Everbee for market research. This is one of my favorite tools. I've been using it for over a year and a half, I would say. And there's a lot that it can show you. So I have the Chrome extension installed, and I'm on the growth plan. So let's say we're investigating like bathroom wall art. So I'm going to search bathroom wall art, and then we'll see there's some stuff here, right? And right now I have no idea what I'm going to do. I'm going to click on this Everbee icon, and there's going to be a bunch of stuff that pops up, and I can see like estimated sales numbers, estimated revenue, like total sales, listing age, so a whole bunch of information. And I'm just gonna click view on Etsy. Usually when I take a look at listings, I'll see like, just check out their marketing photos, take a look at the reviews. Yeah, and it looks like this item is doing really, really good. Like monthly sales, 37. Oh, so Everbee just had an update. So now there's actually on-page metrics. Because before, I actually had to click this analyze listing button and I would see all the information on this side. But now I can see a lot of the information just like on the listing itself, which makes it a lot more convenient and faster to do market research because it's right there on the page. What does the best out of all of this? What is really, really cool about Everbee is they have this product analytics tool. They kind of like aggregate all the information together, and then if you click on like monthly revenue, you can see which ones have the most revenue. And then I'll click into some of them to see minimalist wall art. Oh, $94. Set of 3. Wow, I am very impressed by this shop. Sorry, okay, let me clarify. I'm gonna sell wall art that are digital prints. This is $97 because this is an actual print. Okay, so yeah, no wonder. So actually what I wanna do is bathroom wall art digital. I want to see what the competition is in the like digital wall art space, not the actual printable. So then I'm going to go back to this product analysis and then monthly revenue. Okay, yes, let's go to this one, trendy newspaper print. And then what I usually also do is take a look at the shop itself. Okay, like a whole lot of prints. And I can also analyze the shop with Everbee. Out of this shop, let's see what sells the best. Yeah, that is that bathroom poster. So the product analytics are definitely my favorite feature of Everbee, and also like just being able to see the stats for different kinds of listings. But they do have a lot of other things available on the growth plan, like a keyword research tool. There's also a profit calculator for your Etsy shops. And for a limited time, I do have a special offer going on for you. And that is if you buy 1 month of the growth plan, your second month is free. So it's basically like 50% off for the first 2 months. So I'll put that link in the description and you can check out Everbee. So what am I doing differently this time? I am tracking my time this time because a lot of you requested that and you're curious like how much it takes to start an Etsy shop. So I have all of this here. You can pause this video to read it if you really want to see what I worked on. So there are a couple things I'm doing differently. So I'm tracking my time. I also have I hired a Photoshop person and that took a while because I'm going to make the wall art on Midjourney, and then and then when you make it in Midjourney, like it's like not that big, so you need someone, well, either I could upscale it or someone else could upscale. Basically you need to upscale it because for wall art you're selling, like you have to just make it bigger. Like I can do Photoshop, but it's kind of tedious for me. So I was like, okay, let me just hire somebody. So I hired somebody to help me upscale the wall art that I create on Midjourney and to resize it into the different aspect ratios, because if you look at any kind of wall art, you'll see that there are like different ratios, aspect ratios that people offer to the customer. So I also need to do that. I need to have like 5 different files for each listing. So for the mock-up photos, I'm going to use Midjourney to create that. I think I've been trying to do that, and I'm going to get my Photoshop person to put the wall art into the mock-ups. So a big thing I'm focusing on is actually spending less time on the products and just outsourcing more. Yeah, because I'm kind of doing a lot of things, like, you know, I have my YouTube channel, I have my email list, and my other Etsy shop, and then I have the second Etsy shop, and then I have like, sometimes I do calligraphy too, right? So I'm doing like a whole bunch of things, and I don't have that much time to spend on an Etsy shop, but I do want to start a second one. Fingers crossed, like I think this can do very well. I'm pretty confident in my niche. It took me a long time to decide on my niche, but I think it's very good. And so this time I'm going for quantity instead of, like last time with the Canva templates, it would take me hours, like sometimes 10 hours to make one product. And so this time I'm going for, I want to see if I can like make the products quickly and post a lot more rather than spending a lot more time on one product and having less products. So this time I'm going for like a quantity. My strategy is like quantity. Just looking at my timeline, first, okay, I actually had an idea to do this earlier this year. I spent a lot of time researching the niche, and I also, like with the researching the niche, I also played around on Midjourney a lot. And with the coloring books, like you guys can totally take that idea if you want, but I just thought that I tried making like coloring pages on Midjourney, but it was just so difficult to get the exact thing that I wanted and then to duplicate it, because if you look at coloring books on Etsy, a lot of them have many pages, right? I've even seen ones with like 20 pages or something, like this one. Okay, so like these flowers, there's like 25 pages, right? And when I was trying to make the designs on Midjourney, I just found it really hard to make consistent designs for the coloring pages. And I feel like for one product, I would have to make a lot more things on Midjourney. Like if I want to make a coloring book, it needs to be like 20 pages, right? Or like 10 pages. But for wall art, I just need to make one image, and that can be one listing. So for me, I did consider coloring books, and I do think it is a great niche. I just think I want to push more products out, and for me, wall art also seemed more fun. Yeah, I have nothing against coloring books. I think it's a great niche. I decided on wall art after doing all of my research and playing it around and like testing it myself. Like if I could actually make the product, I can make better wall art with AI than like me making coloring books. So then after I decided that I wanted to do wall art, I created a job posting on Upwork. I interviewed some people, I hired somebody, and right now, at this point, I haven't launched the shop yet. I'm still working on, the main thing I'm working on is like the mockups for the listing photos, like this, the mockups. I still need to create that, or I might buy it off Etsy because there is mockup frames. Like I can also buy it off Etsy, but when I looked at the stuff that was on Etsy, I think some of it is really good, but I think I want to try making it myself because I can really get specific, like what I want. Okay, I'm going to show you some of the stuff I tried to make. I'm still figuring it out, but like I would use prompts like this to create these mockups. I'm still figuring it out, but once I finish the mockups, like I already have a lot of wall art created. I think I have like 15 like different wall art images created already. So like that is all ready to go. I just need to make the mockups and then create the actual Etsy shop. And then just to go over like what I spent. So I am paying for Midjourney subscription. I am paying for Canva Pro, but the Canva Pro is mainly for my other Etsy shop and then for YouTube thumbnails, and just generally I use Canva Pro. And then I have a Photoshop person. And then when I was doing market research, I did buy somebody else's wall art just to see how they structure like the product, like how did they make the files. My goal for this shop is I would be really, really happy if I could make $1,000 to $2,000 a month from this. That would make me, I would think that is a pretty successful Etsy shop. So I plan on launching this at the end of September, which is around the time you're gonna see this video. And then should I do like monthly update videos like my first Etsy shop or not? Tell me in the comments if you wanna see that. Because I could, but I could just work on it. I don't know if you guys want that. And my goal is to ramp it up, so really work on it this year. And in December, my goal is to make $1,000 with it. Hopefully I'll have like 60 to 100 products in that Etsy shop. I'm really hopeful, and I think this could maybe do really well.